Next story. Clap it up for the Kane T.I. The Kane. And then clap it up for another Kane. We got motherfucking Boosie badass. And I don't know if you've been catching up. I want to go back from the beginning. Let me see if I can get Boosie comments. Cause real shit. If you don't know, T.I. and Boosie, they were slated to drop a collab album together. Something I think that for the older hip hop audience and just older hip hop artists, that's a dope concept. T.I. and Boosie together, like, ain't no way that shit was not about to be hard. There's no way that was not going to be hard. What is Joe Budden doing, man? Come on. All right, but let's see here. T.I., so yeah, I'm skipping ahead. They were about to do a collab album, but unfortunately, T.I., he snitched on himself and said that he snitched on his dead cousin. And the way that the streets are moving right now, any kind of snitching is snitching. So let's see. T.I. snitch on cousin. Snitching on a dead cousin. Now, the cousin was dead, and T.I. apparently said that the cousin came to him in a dream and said, hey, you can snitch on me. Let's get it from Drink Champs. This is not Drink Champs. This is bootleg Drink Champs.
People that they had no access to, and they just imagine.
Right.
And this way it work out in their mind. So I can't allow their fantasy to become my reality. I just can't do it.
No, it's real talk.
Like I said, man,
we taking a shot for that?
Can I have some water, please?
What you need water for?
They don't do no water on this.
Terrence J, get your weekend.
Twitter finger, people. Yeah, definitely.
But what made you ask that? You thought that was a tough question?
No, actually, I just Googled you. Before I had you, just because you're my friend.
Damn, that the first thing that pop up?
Yeah, it was one of them. Because like I tell that to Busta, I tell that to Nas sometimes, and I be like, yo, just because I'm your friend and your family, when you come sit down, I'm still Google you. I'm still like do my research because I don't want to miss a question and people be like, yo, why you didn't ask that or why you didn't ask that? Like when.
But can I ask a question though?
Yeah, you got.
What?
He Googled the shit out of you though. Tell me, like,
where's that bathroom?
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
Why does that?
Good. This is good.
Why does that shit become like so?
Because
why does that shit become so important to ask?
No, because you know what it was. It's your footage, right?
Right.
So obviously you put it out,
right?
And then people are trying to use that footage against you, right?
Sure.
Which is crazy. Which I'm sure you proofread your book before you threw it out, so you knew that this was there.
It ain't nothing I was trying to hide.
Right.
And I'm gonna go on to say this. When I told you the conversation or the discrepancy that I was having with one of my partners, he was like, "Man, I ain't finna do that."
Oh man,
conversation came from
who is this recording the screen getting phone calls, man?
If we in a case together and I die, put it on me.
God bless.
Put it on me, bro. If I'm dead and you can go home, man, put the case on me. You hear me?
Yeah.
And unless it was some shit I wouldn't be a part of if I was alive, you know what I'm saying? If you got some dope and I'm gone and you're like, man, shit, it wasn't mine, so... Man, why not, bro? You still have a life to live after I'm gone. Why would I expect you to, like, where is the logic in that?
Right.
Where is the logic in that? Right. But I see where people are so closely connected to it because you got to think about the origination of the police.
And you got to think about you. The thing about you is you're the trap king. So people, like, kind of like...
Hold on. Before we move on, that nigga Tommy looking at him crazy, like, nigga, I wish Ghost would snitch on me. Let me go back to my man Tommy Face.
All right, bro. You still have a life to live after I'm gone. Why would I expect you to, like, where is the logic in that?
Right.
Where's the logic in that?
Right.
But I see where people are so closely connected to it because you got to think about the origination of the police.
And you got to think about you. The thing about you is,
boy. Hey, Tommy not jacking none of that bullshit you talking about, T.I. And this man killed his own brother. His own brother. You can't tell me this man is not in the character of Tommy right now during this snitch conversation. Like Tommy, one of the most stand-up dudes. Even though he did kill. Now who killed Ghost? I think Tariq killed Ghost. He was about to kill Ghost, but he ain't snitch. He ain't tell on nobody. So like, this man looking at you differently right now. This is a whole white man. He went into the character of Tommy during this conversation and said, "You a bitch, T.I. You a bitch, nigga." But who am I? I'm a bitch too. I'm not even man enough to do the crime. So I know damn well if I did a crime and my cousin died, yeah, it does make sense to put it on him. And even if the breadwinner dies, like in the case where Juice WRLD died, they was out flying to Chicago with all kind of pounds, all kind of drugs, guns. Tell me how it went away, because I'm pretty sure somebody said it was Juice WRLD's, even though he was dead. And it's not even though, because he was dead, they put it on that man. I don't got no proof of that, but you know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool. Let's see what Boosie got to say about it. T.I., Boosie, and I think this is Vlad. So I'm gonna actually get it off of the screen. I'm gonna do it like this. Just get y'all just the audio. Hopefully Vlad don't be tripping. I'm gonna speed it up too.
You had a mostly completed album, and then this came out.
Yes, bro.
Did you and T.I. have a conversation about it?
No, bro. Last time we talked, he said we ran across the street. He said, "Man, we gonna talk about the album." You know what I'm saying? That was the last thing we talked about. But man, it was bad timing, bro. Like, we finna put this shit together. Real smoke, bro. And you going there, and what I stand on, you go on a fucking interview and say that?
Well, you even said that this album with T.I. is better than Drake and 21 Savage's album.
Smoke. That's how good this motherfucker is. You know, me and Tip hard to get up to. Bro, smoke, bro. His talent, bro. But, you know, like, he hurt me with that one, bro. You know, like, bro, like, from me, I was just really trying to figure out. I was like, man, I think this fucking dude is lying. I think he just went up that motherfucker and, like, why would you?
Look. I mean, the whole argument of why he didn't say shit. I mean, look, how long did it take me to talk about my whole home invasion situation that me and you talked about in our interview? How long did it take me to talk about me getting ripped off for a kilo of cocaine? Like, you know, this is 20, 15 years after. Like, you know, people hold in a lot of shit, you know, until there's a situation. And if you think about the whole T.I. thing, it's not like when everyone found out about it, it's not when he actually said it. It was from a podcast like a year ago that somebody dug up and said, "Oh, we had missed this part." That wasn't a new podcast. That was from like a year ago. But you know how, you put out a 2-hour podcast, not everyone catches every little thing. Not everyone breaks up their shit like Vlad TV. So, I don't know, man. To me, I don't know why he would lie about this. This doesn't make him look better. It doesn't make him look better.
Me neither.
You know what I mean?
Neither. Like, I don't.
Would someone lie about having 100 kilos when they really had one? Maybe. But why would they lie about cooperating? That's not something you lie about.
I don't know. I guess, bro. I don't know. It might have been a bigger situation, you know. I don't know. I be trying to figure out people. But I didn't know, you know. I just know that, you know, I go against all that, bro. I stand on what I stand on. You know, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was really wondering what your answer was going to be to this because you know I was going to ask it. You knew I was going to ask this.
Not too much on Boosie. Not too much on Boosie, man. Boosie badass, the legend. And then I think that T.I. will respect it. I mean, regardless, he went on Vlad TV and not outed this man, but said that's the reason why they not having this album come out. I think behind closed doors, if you come to T.I. man to man, be like, hey, my images does not align with what you just said. Unfortunately, we can't do the album no more. If that's it, that's it. I think T.I. will respect that, understand it, but when you go out on these platforms and be like, you know what, I'm against this, man. It's either black or white these days. Him making any statement against what T.I. did is showing that he's against him, unfortunately. But that's just the rhetoric of the internet. That's the narrative, is that like, either y'all cool or y'all ain't. And unfortunately, Boosie was not cool with that shit. And I ain't gonna front. I really would like to see a Boosie and T.I. album. That shit probably is hard. And then like, even just like, it might not even be like a new sounding project. It might be like some old trap shit for real. I would love to get that album. But let's see here. T.I. calls out Boosie for not pulling up to see his paperwork. I'm tired of all this paperwork flipping around, but let's see what T.I.
Paperwork to show me. I got some paperwork to show them. And if y'all leave up out there, motherfucker, please let them motherfucker know that the paperwork was present. And if they wasn't here, they shouldn't be saying a motherfucking thing about the claim. You hear me? I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition of some of my cases. But he ain't here to see my paperwork. And I just don't like for a nigga to goddamn get fly, then get shot. You hear me? My nigga, I'm right here in the center. You hear me? So come on, if you got something to say about me. Think it is when it ain't, but one way to clear it up, nigga. Pull on up. Let me show you what you're looking for. I want to see who want to see it. You hear me? And if it ain't.
Man, come on, man. Let me go to Instagram. I think it's more. But I would just like to just say, like, this is a bad look for everybody, to be honest. We got T.I. in some kind of comedy club, still trying to be a comic. I had trying to prove that I'm tired of this paperwork conversation. Stop paperwork. No, nigga, I don't give a fuck. And T.I. as a man, you shouldn't give a fuck either. You're a grown ass man over showing somebody your homework. Now I know it's deeper than just homework, but still, we can't be doing what the young niggas do. That's young niggas talk. Like, T.I., you a king. Regardless, you shouldn't even went on your podcast talking about this shit, but still. You don't got to prove nothing to nobody, especially Boosie. But that's that on that, man. Clap it up. I thought it was more. That's it. Now it's time for the quick hits. Because speaking of Boosie, I could talk about